Today on OC News, we take a look at what legal hoops an undocumented lawyer has jumped through. And the holiday season begins with a surge of what law enforcement has called smash and grab robberies. Plus, find out why President Biden has decided to ban 8 African countries from entering the United States.
This just now in tech news, the first responder on
There's been a lot of collaborative efforts
feel
over the
blessed to be here in Fullerton.
Brought to you by the Broadcast Journalism students at Cal State Fullerton.
OC News starts right now.
Good evening and thank you for joining us at OC News. I'm Melanie Ferrari. OC News is brought to you by the Broadcast Journalism students at Cal State Fullerton. Biden's administration plans to recreate DACA through new federal rule. What exactly does that involve? The Department of Homeland Security issued a 205-page proposal for a rule that would implement a new deferred deportation program that looks a lot like DACA. The most notable change that the plan envisions is to make it optional for DACA applicants to seek a work permit, rather than making the permit application part of the DACA process. People seeking both the DACA protection and work permit would continue to pay a $495 fee, $85 for DACA and $410 for the work permit. But those applying just to DACA would pay only $85. Two dreamers share their uncertainty and hope for the current administration to approve a pathway for citizenship for DACA recipients. Natalia Valle has the story.
Thank you, Melanie. As you mentioned, I had the opportunity to speak to two dreamers that define their present and future in this country as uncertain. Let's take a look.
Giovanni Ancivia is one of the more than 1 million dreamers who, as he describes it, lives in a limbo in what he considers to be his country, his home.
I think I'm a patriot. I think I'm American. I care for my fellow human beings, my fellow Americans. I'm accustomed to the culture. I speak English.
The future of DACA continues to be uncertain, and this has left a toll on dreamers.
It's someone that has been living here for the majority of their life, their whole livelihood, their friends, family. You're adapted to the culture, and yet you're not a citizen or considered American, whatever that is. It's stressful. It follows you day to day because you know you're not one of them.
As of today, the number of immigrants who arrive under age 18 is estimated to be as high as 3.6 million, from which only 690,000 are active DACA recipients.
Lisbeth Mateo is a young Oaxaqueña activist who in 2016 became a lawyer in California and who was first denied DACA in 2017.
In my opinion, I qualify, I meet all the requirements, but I was still denied DACA. So I basically have no protection against deportation. I've actually been in removal proceedings for the past 10 years.
Lisbeth was part of the first group of dreamers that crossed to Mexico and then returned to American ground applying for asylum in 2013.
I think that if we're going to be able to not only keep DACA and defend it, but also move past that and actually have a permanent solution, the community needs to do the same thing with this administration. They need to be confronted with our reality, which is not what they think it is.
As both a lawyer and an undocumented immigrant, Lisbeth advocates for other people here without papers.
As I grew up in the U.S. as an undocumented person and realized just how much injustice the community faces, undocumented community, my own family, I felt the need to do something to protect them, to be able to defend myself and to defend my own family.
Her hard work and determination make her an inspiration for other dreamers.
We don't have to allow the fact that we don't have legal status in this country stop us from being able to not only dream big, but actually make those dreams a reality.
Stories like Lisbeth's and Giovanni's are seen all around the country with nurses, lawyers, and hardworking immigrants that adopted this country as theirs. I'm Natalia Valle in Fullerton, reporting for OC News.
Natalia, what an interesting story. Seems kind of ironic. How does one become a lawyer but have no legal standing in the country?
Well, she actually shared with me that she doesn't have a work permit, but that she is protected by the California's SB 1159 law, which allows anyone who meets the requirements to obtain a license corresponding to their career, regardless of their immigration status. And that's why she's actually forced to have her own business as well.
Okay, thank you for that. Well, hopefully the current administration finds a way for dreamers to find a pathway to citizenship soon. With the holidays just around the corner, California is seeing an increase in smash and grab robberies. In Los Angeles, thieves targeted the Nordstrom located at the Grove. They stole jewelry and expensive men's clothing. About 20 thieves entered the Nordstrom. 3 were later arrested after a brief pursuit. In Lakewood, about 10 people entered a Home Depot armed with sledgehammers. The crew eventually stole about $400 worth of power tools. These problems aren't only in Southern California. In Northern California, 4 men stole nearly $20,000 worth of cash merchandise from an Apple store. A new COVID variant sounds alarms and cancels flights across the globe. Plus, we look at how one man takes care of his mental health.
STEM is precise, no margin for error.
Dare to forget that. Dare to have fun with it. Get weird with it. Dare to send those old STEM theories flying past the neighbor's house into outer space. Dare to program something internet-breaking, record-breaking. Dare to blow their minds. Dare to learn the difference between sedimentary and metamorphic rock. Go find those rocks. Dare to keep daring. Dare to STEM. Check out She Can STEM to get started.
With concern about the spreading of the Omicron COVID-19 variant mounting, many countries have issued travel bans. Just hours after learning of new variant cases in South Africa, the United States and many other countries set a travel ban. At least 13 cases were discovered on one flight that landed in South Africa, prompting the ban as of Monday. As of Monday afternoon, 77 cases were confirmed in South Africa. At this time, the United States has no confirmed cases of the Omicron variant. The FDA is encouraging everyone to get their booster shot to avoid a potential outbreak. Joining us today in studio is one of our reporters, Michael Guzman. Michael, take it away.
Thank you, Melanie. Hello, everybody. November is known as Movember or No Shave November, but it is also about raising awareness of men's mental health. I got to visit an individual in Pomona who collects vinyls to overcome his mental struggles. Let's take a look.
Meet Angel Dueñas, a Mexican 19-year-old record collector from Pomona, California.
I started my record collection when I was in the 10th grade, about 5 years ago. Right now I have 30 plus vinyls. I'm looking to hopefully expand my collection.
One of the main reasons for Angel's vinyl collection was to use it as an escapism to forget his past.
When he gets home from work or from school, the first thing he does is just goes into his room and listens to his music, because I guess that calms him down or brings him happiness.
Angel says he would rather spin a vinyl on his record player than listen to music on a streaming service. The sound from the record player makes him feel at home and brings a warm feeling.
Like, it helps me forget about everything that I went through as a child. Like, as traumatic as it was for me, I feel like music has really helped me overall become who I am today.
Everyone copes differently, but Angel, his coping mechanism is his vinyls and his music.
So this plastic right here and this needle right here is what guided Angel through all his mental health problems.
Cal State Fullerton licensed family therapist Naji Chauvin shares, "If you're able to share your emotions, that's great. But it's really if you're able to make contact with the things you're feeling and have an outlet to express it. It's not always talking, he says.
He's finding a different outlet that is fitting for him. That's a great place that he feels safe and comfortable enough to go and explore those feelings, or at least kind of make contact with them, like to actually be able to confront the stuff that he's dealing with and not try to repress it and hide it and avoid it.
In a Mexican family household, they say men aren't allowed to have feelings, but I think that mental health is very real.
According to CDC, depression affects 20 to 25% of Americans ages 18 and over. Suicide among males is 4 times higher than among females. Male deaths represent 78% of all U.S. suicides. This occurs because men are less likely to reach out for help when they are struggling.
It makes me feel happy to know that there's something in his life that brings him happiness.
I'm not the type of person to release anger in a physical way, like verbally. I rather just spin my music, calm down.
It's finding a way that fits for you. Let's get creative. Let's make talking about mental health accessible. And that means let's find accessible ways for people to kind of talk about their emotions or express their emotions.
Vinyl collecting is one of many ways to cope with trauma and mental health struggles. I'm Michael Guzman, reporting for OC News.
Michael, mental health is such a heavy subject. How exactly did you find Angel?
Well, I have always known about November being No Shave November and about mental health, so I went on Twitter and I actually saw he tweeted something about his vinyl collection helping him with his mental health. So we reached out and I talked to him, and it's great that he found that outlet for him to express himself, and I hope others could do the same. And that's pretty much it. That's exactly how I found him.
What a creative way to express yourself. Now back to the story. A Cal State Fullerton faculty member is competing on the Jeopardy Professors Tournament. Katie Reed, an associate of music at Cal State Fullerton, will be one of 15 professors across the nation to compete on the Jeopardy stage in its 2021 Professors Tournament. Beginning next week, Monday, December 6th, Reed will compete for a $100,000 cash prize and a spot in the next Jeopardy Tournament of Champions reserved for its top competitors. Cal State Fullerton Director School of Music, Edward Fink, speaks about Katie's appearance on Jeopardy.
Obviously, we're all hoping that Katie wins. We know that she's in the quarterfinals. That airs December 7th. But she is sworn to secrecy, as are all participants in a game show or really on any television show. They're not allowed to tell the outcome until the episode airs. But we're rooting for her.
Finals week is just around the corner, and students are officially on crunch time. How are Titans staying sane through the crazy time, though? Reporter Christina Briseño had the opportunity to speak with some students on how they're staying stress-free.
Here I am in front of the library on campus. Finals is just around the corner, and students are prepping like no tomorrow. However, how are they dealing with the stress from finals?
Working out and just going to the gym has been really nice, a good stress relief. It makes me feel productive even if I haven't been that productive. I utilize Google Calendars a lot. That's been something that helps me organize, and I get in study groups with my friends.
The TSU and library are two of the most popular spots Titans go to study at. Yarya Valonzo finds these places essential for prepping for finals week.
Yeah, no, they're really good for studying. Just getting anything done is just super quickly, and it's also just super peaceful there too.
As you can see, working out, joining study groups, and using the resources that are offered here on campus has been working for fellow Titans to prep for those final exams. From Fullerton, California, I'm Christina Briseño. Back to you, Melanie.
When OC News returns, a Cal State Fullerton baseball alum returns home. Find out who he will be playing for the Angels next season. Plus, Cyber Monday is here. We'll show you how to shop online safely.
I don't think that many kids in my son's school even do it.
He makes fun of his friend who vapes.
He would never try it.
soccer.
She's on the honor roll.
She's just not the type.
No way.
No way.
No way.
No way. My kid would never vape.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping. Maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
Worried about your friend, but don't know how to reach out?
You could say, how are you, or get a fake tattoo. You could ask with an app if it works for you. You could chat with them in VR, it's all good. If you think you should check in, yeah, you should.
Whatever gets you talking. Reach out to a friend about their mental health. Whatever gets you talking. Learn how you can help at seizetheawkward.org.
Last week, students went home for Thanksgiving break, but Titans basketball never stopped playing.
Thanks, Melanie. During the Thanksgiving break, the men's basketball team had a busy week. Last Friday night, the men's team traveled to Jenny Craig Pavilion to play San Diego. The Titans won on a last-second game winner by Damari Milestead. Milestead got the inbound pass and went to shoot the game-winning shot with 4 seconds left in the game. Titans won 57-55. And last Tuesday, men's team headed to Arizona to play the UT Rio Grande Valley. The Titans led by 4 points at halftime, but couldn't keep the lead. The Titans lost 67-72. But the Titans made up for the game on Wednesday night against NAU. The Titans had control the entire game, but dominated the second half and defeated Northern Arizona 73-56. The team is now 3-3 and will play Wyoming tonight at 7 p.m. The game will be at the Titan Gym and on ESPN+. And Cal State Fullerton alum is heading back to Orange County to play ball. Pitcher Michael Lorenzen was just signed to play with the Los Angeles Angels. Lorenzen graduated Fullerton in 2012 and was signed to the Cincinnati Reds in the first round of the 2013 MLB draft. Lorenzen agreed to a one-year, $7 million deal with the Angels. And shortstop star Corey Seager finally agreed to terms with the team, but it's not with the Dodgers. Just hours ago, Seager announced the agreement with the Texas Rangers. He agreed to a 10-year, $324 million deal. Seager had been with the Dodgers since 2015. Nothing's technically been signed yet, but it's not looking good for Dodger fans. And that's all I have for sports. Make sure to tune into ESPN Plus for tonight's basketball game and come back Wednesday for the latest in sports news. I'm Jessica Gonzalez. Back to you, Melanie.
Thanks, Jessica. Online shopping is the easiest way to purchase holiday gifts quickly and efficiently. But it is also the easiest way for hackers to steal valuable information from consumers. CNN's Jen Sullivan shows how to securely holiday season.
Beware before you click buy. With a record number of people continuing their online holiday shopping this week, experts say stay alert.
We get international scammers that are tapping into the U.S. market by looking for products that they know are in high demand and pretending to offer those just to get people's credit card information.
According to a survey from the National Retail Federation, 62.8 million people were expected to shop on Cyber Monday alone. Online retailers like Amazon are expecting huge online sales.
Last year, it was a record-breaking day for us on Cyber Monday, and we do expect it to be bigger and better this year.
That massive online demand, along with the ongoing supply chain crisis, has some shoppers concerned about availability. An online security expert, Douglas Parisi, says that desperation may leave holiday shoppers vulnerable against scammers and hackers.
The major carriers don't have the products, and so people start to look to third-party vendors, people that claim that they have several of these, and that should be a red flag. Is if somebody has something available that is very difficult to find. If they're not charging an exorbitant price, they're probably just scamming you.
Here's what he recommends you keep in mind to protect your money and personal data while you shop online. Number 1, shop only from trustworthy retailers with secure websites. 2, set up a separate email for online shopping only. And finally, use a credit card instead of a debit card for increased protection against any shady charges. For today's Consumer Watch, I'm Jen Sullivan.
Animals escaping is nothing new, but for this animal, 4 days was a long time away from home. Steve the goat has escaped his ownership, was attempting to move him to his winter enclosure. The favorite four-legged resident of Clive, Iowa, made quite a few appearances in his 4 days on the run, including a stop for Thanksgiving dinner and some Black Friday shopping. After 4 days on the run, Steve was returned to his winter enclosure. Thank you for joining us tonight on OC News. Our next newscast comes to you at 5 p.m. on Wednesday. For all the latest updates, subscribe to our YouTube page at Titan TV. From all of us at OC News, have a great night. TV. From all of us at OC News, have a great night.